Like the gang violence is crazy out here. Like you gotta watch yourself sometimes. Like, man, you wear a certain color, you got a lot of people looking at you.
I don't like walking down the streets wearing a certain color, red or blue, and it's a problem.
I'm very concerned about the increase of the uptick of what I see of violent crimes. I'm seeing a significant increase in violent crimes involving youth that are robbing people with guns, and that very much concerns me.
You see this stuff every day. You gotta see this stuff no matter where you live. You could live in the hills of Hayward and see this stuff. People getting shot, drug deals, always house being raided. You walk outside your doorstep, you gotta have your own protection, because nowadays people, if they don't like what race you are, they shoot you just because they don't like you. They don't like what color you wearing, they'll shoot you.
There's been some time I see some of my boys be having like the feds and the SWATs coming outside, you know what I'm saying, like having them on the ground and stuff, like, you know, and I'm like, dang. I had partners that was like gangbangers and stuff. That's what's the problem. That's what's basically the issue nowadays in our community.
Where the kids and the children are given opportunities to do constructive things to better themselves instead of wasting time and being out on the streets are extremely important.
You could be in jail right now at any second because of the stuff you do. Like, I got friends in jail and because they did something stupid. If I become big, I'm getting money so I can have my partners get off this corner.
See, and it's another thing about that. Sometimes they don't have anybody.
What I get so troubled by is the number of young people who I see who come through here and are not preparing themselves and are really kind of setting themselves up to not have very many options.
You don't see nobody in the hood, you don't see nobody in the streets going out to them kids saying, you feel me, come with me, let me teach you something, let me teach you how to stay out of trouble.
We need more role models and people cracking down on these older adults buying kids swishers so they can smoke, alcohol so they can drink. Because we see that a lot, like so much. At this corner store up here, it's a lot of it going on, like a lot of people do it. I be like, what the heck, this is not right.
I'm concerned how drugs, the connection of drugs and poor performance in school, how much of it I see. I think that some of the other school districts are still having clear funding issues that keep them from having the resources that you need to provide a good education for our kids. That's one of the main problems I think we have. We still have a continued problem of drugs and truancy at school, and therefore kids are failing in school. That's what I'm really concerned about.
A lot of kids that have changed that I knew since we was little that was bad. They didn't know what to do. They was just always walking around doing something bad, stealing, smoking, selling, all of that. Like, but now they changed. They up here kicking it, having fun.
Some of the trends that I am concerned with is a lot of the violence, but to really see a youth bring a gun on campus is pretty crazy. Violence is really bad right now. It's a war, you know, they've been raised in a family that's gang affiliated. They've been raised in a family where it's normal to sell drugs, to get food on the table, and that's what we're trying to fight, to have them, show them there is a way out.
This showed me what my talent really is. I mean, because I've been rapping for a while, I've been dancing for a long time. It's just, this showed me that I can really put out my talent and somebody's gonna like it.
When I first came here, it was here, you know, at the URC. You know, I want to support that because, you know, I love it here, man. It's like home here, so, you know, I enjoy having my time and just, you know, shooting the videos with my boys and stuff. I love making music, so it would be way more easier shooting video. everybody can have a dream if they want to do what they want. And it also keeps kids out of trouble and keep them full of joy.
And I think any program that encourages them to work and any program that encourages them to report to a particular location, especially in the early evening hours, which is when a lot of these crimes occur, any program that would get them off the street and into something constructive as opposed to something destructive and criminal, I think is wonderful.
And I'm telling you now, if it wasn't for here, I'd be in so much trouble. I don't want to end up like a lot of dudes did, end up on the streets getting shot over something because they're wearing a different color. You know, finally here doing what I want to. It impacted my life because when I'm bored at home, it's a place for me to come, and I got friends here to kick it with.
Programs such as the Eden Family and Youth Center in Hayward, as I understand it, there's constant education going on at some level, either for employment, for drug use or drug abuse issues, for school, tutoring, all of those things are available, and the peer group stuff, and then also fun stuff. So my advice to them is to take part in the programs, try to get jobs, try to go to school as much as possible, and let the system kind of help them rather than fight the system and say, I'm not going to do anything you say, I'm going to do what I want. Let the system be there for them so they can get somewhere in life.
I DJ because this is like a hobby. It keeps me out of the streets. Seeing a lot of other people that I know, like friends of mine, and like watching YouTube videos of people DJing, it's like, wow, man, like I could do that. Before I came here, I was just living a rough life, going through a lot, and I came here and it just changed me. Like people everyone who worked here accept me like family, and I just became part of the community. This is where I am now.
Education is the key to that. Education enriches you in a lot of different ways. So fortify yourself. Make sure that you have options for yourself so that you can choose the kind of life that you want to have.
Programs that give them a good way of establishing a good educational foundation is very important, that we have good school system. The better they do at school, the more hope they're going to have for the future. So we really need to get them in the best educational system possible. The Evening Reporting Center, I think, is how they can better themselves in so many areas. And then you're training them to do more than just be able to show up at a job. You're training them on all the things that we're asking them to do. Education is the key. If they can get a high school diploma and maybe go on to community college and get their AA and then go into 4-year, that it's possible, that it's not beyond their ability, beyond their reach. They just have to take a class at a time, a year at a time, and they'll get there.
I don't mind being here, I love being here. So if it's making me that comfortable to be here, that means something is really good about this center.
I already have 7 youth that have gone off probation, and that's also through the Evening Reporting Center here at Hayward and the Eden Youth and Family Center, and they're able to see like, hey, you know what, I can make it too. If they made it, I can make it too. So I think that these programs open the doors for the youth to see a whole new world and a whole new future. The youth need to know that it's never too late, and they're at an age right now that they can change and become the person that they want to become.